What's up, watchers? Will here with another Godzilla Kong video for you, and today we are doing another history video, which, if I recall, quite a few people asked for. So let's dive right into the history of not Minya, but Godzilla Junior. So essentially his entire history is in the Heisei series, which luckily means no jumping time periods. Yay! Now, starting in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2. An egg was discovered in a nest by a team of Japanese scientists and Russian petroleum workers because they're so well known for working together. As they loaded the egg onto a helicopter, they were attacked by a Rodan that is implied to have hatched from one of the other eggs in the nest. Godzilla steps out the water and fights the Rodan, giving the team time to escape while the Big G did his thing. So, as the egg was being watched over by scientist Azusa Gojo, the young one actually imprinted on her from her voice and would emit a red glow of fear anytime she was away from it. It was discovered that a fern connected to the egg would give off music as it was studied in their ESP facility, and the music, when played, led to the hatching of baby Godzilla. The baby was docile and would follow his new surrogate mother Asuza around, which was useful when they had to hide him during Godzilla's bout with Mechagodzilla, waiting for Godzilla to return to the ocean. Before he knew it, Baby was involved in a plot to use Mechagodzilla to kill Godzilla once and for all by using the G-Crusher to destroy the secondary brain near his hip. They would not have known about this had they not studied Baby's anatomy, and he is of the same species as Godzilla, so that would stand to reason that they share anatomy together. The G-Force team figured a plan that involved using Baby as a lure for the OG, and as they were heading to their destination, they were attacked by a revived and quite fiery Fire Rodan. This is around where everything went wrong, as the canister that held baby Godzilla and Asuza was what Rodan seemed to take before Mechagodzilla took him down once again. Godzilla returned amongst the commotion and had to take on Super Mechagodzilla, who managed to cripple him by attacking his second brain. When Baby escaped the canister and cried out, it motivated Fire Rodan to reach Godzilla and use its remaining life energy to heal Godzilla and raise his power. Godzilla destroyed Mechagodzilla, and Asuza realized she needed to let Baby go be with his own kind. As she left Baby, Baby tried to leave with her, but thanks to the telepath Miki Segusa, the message was got across that he needs to stay with Godzilla, the two eventually walking off into the ocean, ending the film. And in a year's time, Baby has now become Little Godzilla and returned for the film Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, where he has grown significantly thanks to exposure to Godzilla's radiation. He currently hangs out on Birth Island and tends to follow G-Force Major Akira Yuki, who is hellbent on killing Godzilla after the events of the film versus Biollante. The two share a mutual fondness of one another despite Yuki's disdain for Little's adoptive father. Later in the film, after accidentally tripping off some tear gas landmines, because those are normal, he approaches the recently arrived Space Godzilla. Space Godzilla was having none of his curiosity and assaulted the poor youngling, and like a good father, Godzilla hopped into action. In the skirmish between the two adults, Godzilla had briefly been knocked over long enough for Little to be kidnapped as Space Godzilla took his terror to Tokyo. Godzilla pursued him with the help of Mogira and managed to free Little from the crystal prison that he was trapped in, with a happy ending of him firing small atomic bubbles back on Birth Island. Finally, after a couple of years, we see the return of Little, now much more like a young adult as Junior, in Godzilla vs. Destoroyah. Birth Island did not seem to last for long as Godzilla's nuclear reactions spontaneously combusted the uranium deposits underneath it. This led to its imminent destruction and the two essentially homeless and presumed dead. Don't you just hate when that happens? Well, the truth is, both Godzilla survived, with Burning Godzilla making an appearance near Hong Kong and Junior returning later, much larger, on his way to his original nest on Adonoa Island from the Mechagodzilla sequel. Godzilla is following his son while humanity desperately tries to find a way to get him to engage in fisticuffs with Destoroyah, to try and prevent his destruction of the planet via nuclear heart attack. Miki Segusa returns, being forced to use her telepathy to guide Junior towards Tokyo, which would guarantee Godzilla was following behind. Junior protected Miki and another psychic named Meru Ozawa from the damage of Destoroyah and reunited with his father. This was a short-lived reunion, however, when Destoroyah returned and mortally wounds Junior by not only dropping him into a coliseum, but also by firing off one of his micro-oxygen beams into his body. Junior seemed to die as both Miki and Godzilla were left distraught, and Godzilla went to finish the job his son had started. After defeating the devious kaiju, Godzilla breathed a small amount of energy into Junior, just long enough to see him die before his very eyes. Destoroyah tried one final time to attack him, but with Godzilla mid-meltdown and the counter-offensive formed by G-Force, he was killed and Godzilla finally went into full meltdown, taking a large portion of Tokyo in a massive radiative sweep. But right at the end, from the ashes of his father in the city rises the new, fully matured and radiative Godzilla Junior, taking on the role as king as well as all of the radiation. So that's Junior's story from the Heisei era, and I think his is honestly one of the most interesting, but tell me what you think down in the comments below, and let me know what other videos you want to see in this series. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to Hybrid Network. I'm Will, and I'll see you next time.